So to draw yourself additional streets, rather than just two lines coming out from our vanishing point, and here's our vanishing point right up there, okay? We want to utilize drawing from the vanishing point, and again, I've got my ruler lined up, and anywhere I want to stop along here, I can give myself a little bit of a break, right? And then I'm going to come along, and since we are in one point, for us to be able to turn and go a different direction, we're going to follow a horizontal feel. Okay, so we're either going and following the road to the vanishing point, or we're doing a horizontal. So I'm going to come down here where I broke the street area, and I'm going to draw myself a horizontal here. All right, so there we have two corners of a street. I can do the same thing over here. I can come in from my horizon line and my vanishing point. Now I can decide here if I want my streets to be lined up. I'm kind of lining my ruler up with that zone, which means I need to come back here with an eraser and kind of get rid of a little bit of that there. Alrighty. All right, and then I can kind of eyeball here about where I'm going to need to have this be, and then this continues from the vanishing point, and I'm getting that to continue down there, and I'll need to erase a little bit of my extra. Oop. There we go. All right, so there we have sort of our turning street scene. If you're like, okay, that's great, but how do I start a building now that I have my street scene started? Well, now you're going to start with the vertical buildings, and we've kind of done this in some of the other little videos. Let me change to a different color here, because since we're talking about verticals and some of my other lessons, I utilize some yellow colors for verticals, because again, they show us how tall something is, right? So I've got my vertical, and then once I've got my verticals, I can start a vertical here at this front corner as well if we want one on the corner closest to us, right? And that means this building here closest to us is going to hide a little bit of the buildings that are off in the distance, right? Okay, since we're looking at the fact that these are sort of what we call B side of the streets, right? And this side is A side because it's flat and it faces us. The next lines we need to make are coming from the vanishing point. So I'm going to change then to my red diagonals, because we use red, we have been, for our diagonals to show those. So I'm going from my vanishing point, lining up with the vanishing point, and I'm drawing that down to the vanishing point. And again, I could stop anywhere I want to, heading toward that direction, okay? From here, though, on this one, we need to draw the top of this wall, also going and lining up with the vanishing point. Looky there. So see how that one is aiming down that direction as well, right? Okay. And then we stop with our verticals. So I'm going to come back and we use green for our vertical. I'm sorry, we used yellow for our verticals. Yellow. There we go. So we're finishing our buildings. There we go there. And we don't see the other vertical over here because it's out of our view, right? Okay. This here, the back building, oops, sorry about that. Okay, the back building here, this spot right here, needs to have a horizontal because we need to see the top of it. We see the bottom. Okay, but this means we need to see the horizontal top of this building. And look how it kind of goes behind the building that we're looking at that's closest to us. All right, so we have created the B side of this building. All right, this whole area here is B side. That's a B side. This is A side. It's facing us. Everything about it is flat, horizontal, or it's vertical. So there's your buildings sitting on the corners of the new street that you just created.